Hey, this is Buck Dharma of Blue Oyster Cult, and you're listening to the Sports Circus.
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP Television. Today's show is brought to you by UppercutChops.com. Check out their tasty selection of all-natural, dry-aged USDA prime Wagyu steaks and chops. Wait till you taste their best-in-class New York steaks, the filet mignon, and of course the king of all those gigantic cowboy cut and tomahawk cut ribeyes. Best I've ever had, probably be the best you ever have as well. Check them out at UppercutChops.com. That's UppercutChops.com. Or give them a call, find out what's for dinner, 714-948-0100, 714-948-0100. Again, 714-948-0100 for UppercutChops.com. All right, and a big welcome in to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Everybody else watching on Cox, Comcast, Spectrum, Frontier, Oceanic, Time Warner, Spectrum, and WOW Cable Television affiliates. Thanks for joining us, as well as everybody streaming on pick your favorite platform, whether it's Apple, Amazon, Audible, Spotify, Pandora, etc., and so forth. Listen, folks, we have a treat over here. We are with Jose Rijo, New York Yankees, Oakland A's, world champion with the Cincinnati Reds, all-star, World Series MVP, and all that stuff. Jose, welcome into the show, buddy.
Thank you. You know, it was a pleasure
talking
to you about baseball.
Yeah, buddy, we're talking baseball, and got to tell you, every time we get a chance to talk on here, it's always a lot of fun, and you never know what you're going to get either.
You got that right. Surprise.
Listen, folks, fasten your seatbelts. You never know what the hell's going to happen here. So, Jose, listen, without time stamping what's going on in today, right now in baseball, we could talk about spring training and prep for spring training. What happens before pitchers and catchers report to spring training? What happens?
It gets, a lot of players, especially, one thing that I concentrate the most is Latin player. So most of us get a chance to play with the ball. And we always, play, most of us in a country. Regular American player or other country, they don't have the winning ball. They don't play. They don't get there. It's ready. It's play like Puerto Rican, Dominican, Mexican, Venezuelan. But it just, in a way, it's a good thing for those guys to get, healthy, get ready, prepare, and working the thing they need to work. It worked out perfect. It's about an 8 month in a row of baseball. From February to October, it's a long time being prepared not to rest, trying to heal up a little bit for a couple months.
Right, and looking at the fall ball leagues and all this other stuff, I mean, really, baseball, people say, well, football's a year-round. Baseball actually is played year-round. Football, they just talk about it all year round. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Baseball is a thing that you got to play all year round because it's a sport that, you got to be ready. It's not like basketball, it's like football or soccer. You got to maintain your ability, at the maximum talent and ability for you to perform well because you get into a slump, are you in trouble?
Yeah. And what's interesting about the slump idea, I'm going to jump all over the place here. You think about it from a pitcher's standpoint. Pitchers, I mean, look, I didn't do what you did. I did pitch, but I didn't pitch at the level you did as far as your success. But we all get it because, look, in baseball, at the plate, you got to hit your way out of a slump. In pitching, you got to regain your confidence.
Absolutely. It's not, because besides you throw straight, You got to throw the ball where you want it. People think to throw strike and throw the ball in the middle of the plate. You got to be able to throw it inside when you want to. When you throw outside, when you got to throw it up or got to throw it down. That's the difference scenario right there. And then you got to have good movement. And then you got to make sure the hitter cooperated with you. Some of the guys, they don't like to cooperate with the hitter, with the pitcher. They just knock you out.
Yeah, you know what I find interesting is that me being wild in the strike zone my whole career, at least I was able to get the ball over. But the problem was I didn't have that pitch that I knew I could get over on the inside part of the plate or on the outside part of the plate when I needed to. Whereas you take guys like yourself, and let's say Greg Maddux, man. Greg Maddux didn't throw hard at all, but Greg was a surgeon out there.
Well, forget it. He's like a Picasso. Let's not even talk about Greg Maddux. He was a master for what he was doing. He was unbelievable. He got one of the best control, the best pitching mentality that I ever seen. He's out of this world. He wasn't human in the mound. He was a great pitcher. But any regular pitcher, you got to know the thing you got to lead to, and who you face. Who you face is going to determine how you're going to pitch that day. Because some of the guys, even if you do have a good slider, he has an hitter that can hit the slider.
Right.
You got to know the situation and when to throw it. That's the key. That's the key.
Right. And on top of it, you can't use it as your get-me-over pitch either.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, just be...
I think it's so successful because I used to pitch backwards. In the fastball situation, I would throw a slider. And in the slider situation, I would throw fastball because it just, the way the mentality of the hitter, they got to go away from the pitcher. And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to think that you think to hit the way they hit. That way they can get you.
Yeah.
Believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of truth to that too. And I look at it when the hitters, they're up there and they're looking to dial it up. On a guy that's only throwing a four-seamer, I don't care if you're throwing 105 miles an hour. The batter, all they got to do is they got to dial it up. That's it.
Absolutely. I remember coming back, not even mentioned Batty earlier, I remember coming back in 2002. In 2002, I missed 5 years, and I had my 5 or 6 surgery. But I was getting to rhythm, and I told Greg Maddux, I said, "Damn, Ray, I'm feeling that I'm coming back." I was up to 93 the other day. I said, "Rijo, if that is the case, I'm in trouble because I hit 86." That was it.
Now you're throwing high school speed.
Exactly. That's the perfect example. It's not how you throw. It's just about movement and location. That's the name of the game. Because today game, that they don't count. Today it's velocity. Today is just hard throwing.
Right.
I don't care about anything else.
Well, you know what I find interesting about that is that you've got these pitchers, they come up and they're told throw hard, and all they're doing is, first of all, they're compromising their ulnar nerve, right, with the whole Tommy John thing. But on top of it, what they're not doing is they're not keeping the hitters off balance.
No. And they don't let the pitcher pitch long enough.
Right. Pitcher comes up, Jose, they come up with 1, maybe 2 pitches, that's it. And think about this. I mean, you and I are about the same age. When we came up, we had to have 3, 4 pitches. We had to have good command and control of at least 3, but you probably should have 4. Agree or disagree?
Absolutely. I remember like Tanana, Tommy John, McGregor, all the guys, Romani, if you belong in that group. All the guys, they don't throw 90.
Right.
So some of them don't even throw 80. They were still pitching 7, 8 innings and winning some ball games.
You know who did that? Think about this. Let's go back in the time machine a little bit here. A guy I know that did that, and I actually faced him, was Vern Rule. Remember Vern Rule?
I heard about it.
Vern Rule was one of those. I hear that stogie in your mouth. He is. I know. No, he is. Vern Rule was one of those guys that he threw. You would say, well, he threw pus. He threw super slow, and it looked like a beach ball coming in. You could just hammer it. But he was that guy where he could paint every corner, and just because it looked like a giant ball you could hit, he just kept everybody off balance, and he was pitching to contact.
But I remember Tommy John. Tommy John, he was throwing 80.
Yeah.
89 Hernandez. I remember Livan Lima was throwing 83, 84. But Livan he was a master guy. You know, they just make you swing at the ball that look like you're going to get in the middle and it's going to get up, down, or away, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the way, you know the guy was good. The guy was smart. But today, you don't know, all you got to know is the guy had either slow bat or slow swing. But they all going to throw hard.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, everybody throws 95, 100 miles an hour. If you don't throw 100 miles an hour nowadays, you're not even going to get a look. But
not only that, you throw 100 today, and you're not allowed to throw inside.
Yeah, well, that's another issue.
See what I mean?
Buddy, I completely understand. You know what? When we come back from break, as a pitcher, I want you to break down pitching to a guy like Shohei Ohtani, because I have a very definite opinion on this. And I talked to Bobby Valentine about this. Bobby does the pregame and postgame for the Angels over there in Anaheim. And he didn't like my commentary too much, but at the end of the day, it was still something that nobody really had an answer for. So tell you what, folks, we're going to come back here in just a few moments with world champion Jose Rijo. Yes, he was also the strikeout leader, in case you didn't know that. World Series MVP. This guy is a cool dude. Back here in a few minutes on the Circus. Lots more to come, folks. Don't go anywhere.
Terms. The consultation to find out if you qualify is free. To find out if you qualify for our special financing program, call this toll-free number 24 hours a day. 800.
Fox and NBC sports affiliates across North America with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 714-948-0100. Again, 714-948-0100. Or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
Could you use a little extra money right now? If you'd like to borrow up to $100,000 and get pre-approved in minutes, call the number we'll give you at the end of this commercial. Our lending partners have already loaned millions of dollars to individuals just like you, and we're ready to lend you up to $100,000 if you qualify. Even if your credit is not perfect, you could use the money to pay off high-interest credit cards, for home renovations, or consolidate existing debt. You can get flexible, easy-to-pay terms. The consultation to find out if you qualify is free. To find out if you qualify for our special financing program, call this toll-free number 24 hours a day. 800-335-1376. 800-335-1376. 800-335-1376. That's 800-335-1376. Important terms and conditions apply. Not all applicants will qualify. Loan amount, annual percentage rate, and term will vary depending on creditworthiness. Applying does not guarantee approval. Account approval is subject to verification and confirmation of your credit history and acceptance by a lender. If you choose to apply for a loan through us, a consumer report will be obtained to evaluate your creditworthiness in connection with your application for credit.
That's the sound of sizzling, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks from UpperCutChops.com. Their best-in-class filet mignons, New York steaks, and the king of all steaks, the tomahawk and cowboy cut ribeyes are the best in the business. Even their Prime Wagyu burgers will likely be the best you've ever had. Browse the full selection of steaks and chops at UpperCutChops.com from the comfort of your home or on your mobile device. UpperCutChops.com delivers all-natural, dry-aged USDA Prime Wagyu and Angus steaks and chops directly to your door, without the hassle of going to the grocery store and fight crowds to pick from a small selection of average and best meats with injected steroids, fillers, and coloring added to look good. Find out what's for dinner at UpperCutChops.com or call
714-948-0100. 714-948-0100. Again, 714-948-0100.
or make your selection directly at UpperCutChops.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm Roy Firestone. Now it's time to throw it back to Sal.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP Television. This segment brought to you in part by our friends over at the College of Southern Nevada Athletics. Check them out at csncoyotes.com for upcoming games and events. That's csncoyotes.com, the College of Southern Nevada Athletics. Of course, they get a nice round of applause from us. They've been with us for, since the very beginning of the Sports Circus. That's right, those guys have been around for a long time with us here. In fact, folks, the best part about this, it's live. You never know what's going to happen. And we have a proverbial kung fu applause. It kind of shows up when it wants to. So at some point you'll hear it, probably in the middle of a conversation, just because that's what happens here on air. And I can't help it, but you got to laugh at it. And that's what I do all the time. I laugh at it anyway. Anyway, back here with Jose Rijo, World Series champion, Cincinnati Reds. Also a former New York Yankee, a former Oakland Athletic, and an All-Star, a World Series champion, a World Series MVP, and strikeouts leader. That's pretty tough to do. Jose, welcome back to the Sports Circus.
Thank you very much. You make me excited.
It is exciting.
I love it.
Come on, man. This whole thing is exciting. If you can't,
it is.
Right. I mean, if you can't get excited about this, what the heck can you get excited about?
Absolutely.
That's how I look at all this stuff. All right, so we left off talking about, I mentioned Shohei Ohtani. Everyone says, he's the best player in baseball, whatever. I have an opinion. What is your opinion as him being the best player in baseball?
Well, the reason, and I'm pretty sure I'm not making a mistake by saying this, is that he's a two-way player. He pitch, he's good at what he's doing, pitching. And he also hitter. He's a great hitter too. I mean, he's good. A ball thing, it's hard to do. One, now he's doing both. That's why they say he's the best player. And he is.
Right. Yeah, he's one of those guys that, I mean, he can hit the ball. He can hit Titanic home runs. We all know that.
Yeah.
But listen,
he can throw 100 miles per hour.
Yes, and I think he's a better pitcher than he is a hitter. What do you think?
I do too. If you ever have one choice to put him in my team, I will make him a pitcher because he can win 22 games easy if you let him pitch. I don't know about today era, the way they throw those guys up there for 4 or 5 innings. But if you get to face Ohtani 3 or 4 times, it won't be easy. So as a hitter, he needs an outstanding number, but I think a pitcher has more value than a regular player because it's hard to get a good pitcher.
Right.
That's why you only need 3 or 4 in the starting rotation. Good one.
Right. Well, and that's the part that I think they're missing because now you've got a whole bunch of guys in rotation. They're all throwing the minimum just to get a W. But the problem is they
most of the time they don't even get a W.
I know. And you know what? They don't even let them pitch through adversity either, so they're not getting stronger during the game.
I remember the only time I went 4 and 2/3 of an inning because I was coming back from my elbow surgery, and the doctor said just let Rijo throw 80 pitches, and I reached the pitch limit, my 80, 4 and 2/3, and Lou Pineda took me out. We almost went at it. I said, look, I mean, you can put it. Well, the doctor said 80 pitches. Well, perfect. It could have been 75. It could have been 85. 1 hour away, and you take me out. 1 hour away from winning the ball game. You know how hard it is to win a game in major league level? And you take me out? No way.
That's a big pill to swallow.
It is.
Mercy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I don't understand. The whole pitch count thing is so out of whack. You take a guy like yourself or like even the other guys you mentioned, whether it's Tommy John, whether it's this one, whether it's that one. The reality is people don't know about the pregame warm-up. Basically, from the time that you put your spikes on and you're out there on the field, how much are you throwing Think about that. How many times do you throw, whether it's long toss or you're moving it in, right? And then you got a little bullpen session.
But not only that, how much you throw and how much pitching to prepare, you got to be, to pitch as much as you want to. Now, you work for 4 days in a row, hard as you can, to try to win the ball game. I mean, you prepare your mind physically to pitch 9 innings, because this is what your job's supposed to pay for, 9 innings. That's what your starting pitcher supposed to do. Now, in this era, most of the pitchers that pitch before, they can even pitch, because at the 4 or 5 inning, it's just nothing. You don't even warm up yet. You're not even ready. And then after you pitch 5 innings, that's when you get tired. You start pitching. You stop throwing. Now you're a pitcher, and that's the thing you don't see today. We don't see no pitcher. There's nobody pitching. You see everybody's a thrower now. The only one to do is reach 100, reach 102. I mean, come on, it's just unbelievable.
It's complete lunacy. I don't understand the alleged coaching today. The pitching coaching today.
It's like we're going back to Otani, the question you asked me. But that uppercut swing that everybody have.
Yep.
It's just unbelievable, bro. It's in my era. Most of the guys will just pitch, open in on everybody.
Right.
There's no way you can bring the fast hard enough to the plate and a high pitch inside from the left in the angle. There's no way. Like Otani. Pitch him in low, he's going to kill you. You got to go high because the uppercut swing, it's hard to get the ball over 95 miles per hour, and put him in play.
Yeah. Well, as I look at it, and we were talking about this in break, I look at their hands. I want to see where they're holding their hands. If the knuckles are not rotated, in other words, if I see big and little, I know I can get that ball up and in on them because,
exactly.
Right. What they won't have is the bat speed through the hitting zone. And the only thing they could do, either A, they're going to be way out in front, they're going to hit it about 100 feet foul, or they're going to pop it straight up in the air.
Absolutely. But most of the time they're going to miss it.
Yeah.
If you, prepare, throw them in a pitch inside, and they're not ready for it, they're going to miss it.
That's
so
right.
They do realize, like you said, they're going to pump it up. But the thing is, today's game is just so different. I mean, most of the kids in high school, now they got the uppercut swing because even the scout, they're going to see it. That's the first thing they're looking for in a hitter. That uppercut swing for power, for the home run.
Yeah, but look at the strikeouts.
Let me give you a perfect example. The 3 best hitter or the 3 body champion title the last 3 years.
Luis Ariz.
Yeah, he been with 3 different teams.
Yep.
Can you believe that?
Luis Ariz, he looks just like Tony Gwynn out there.
Better, because he's faster, he's quicker.
Very quick.
Thank you. And nobody wanted it. He been jumping from one team to another. He's still winning Triple Crown, the body title. It's unbelievable. It is
unbelievable. But what's even more irresponsible is Peter Bendix's first day as a general manager in Miami. He goes and says, you know what, here, San Diego, you can have him, and we're even going to pay $8 million to get rid of him.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe he did that.
To the body title champion.
Peter Bendix should have been fired on day one.
Well, I don't know about fired, but somebody could have questioned him why he make the mistake so easy. Why he gave it away, because he gave it away.
It's embarrassing.
And then he struggled to the regular season with the team he had. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, and I think Bendix put all of his stock into his Sandy Alcantara. Outside of that club has nothing. Like my beloved White Sox, man, they stink. And
the thing is, I live in Miami. I don't even go to watch a game because if I don't want to go change somebody or follow somebody that I might think had the potential, and then he pitch 1 or 2, 3 years, and then I know he's gonna get traded.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I don't even do that. I don't like that.
Yeah, but see, you get to see real ball down in the DR.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this year. When we saw football and Jerry Molina, manager in Dominican, all the great play. Even Cano playing still.
Right, Robbie Cano's still playing, right?
Yeah, he got the dividing title in Mexico. He went to the Caribbean Series, and he played well in Dominican. It's unbelievable. That's the real baseball right there. And that's real athlete. They play all year round because they love the game.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Well, look at your old teammate in Oakland. You remember Ricky Henderson played till he was, 50?
He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He was too good.
Ricky was one of those guys. We got 30 seconds left in the segment here. Ricky was one of those guys. He was so much fun as a fan as well. The reason he was is I remember this. This guy would turn right around if he's out there in left field. He would turn around and taunt the fans, and he would hold his glove up, and he would flip everybody off out there just because he could, if you know what I mean. He's just one of those guys.
In a good way.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just for fun.
In a fun way.
Yeah.
Not too many players do that today that Ricky was doing. He was interacting with the fan, which is something marvelous to do when you're a baseball player, especially when you're a superstar. You don't know how happy and thrilled people get when they get in any conversation.
Any reaction.
Even if it's negative, they love it.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We're going to be back here. World Series champion Jose Rijo in just a few moments, folks. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come. I'm your Ringmaster Sal of the Sports Circus, a primetime, nationally syndicated television, radio, sports, and entertainment show. The Sports Circus covers topics others are too scared to talk about. There's no other primetime show like it on here that'll punch you in the face and you'll beg for more. Join me, Hall of Famers, world champions, and all-star celebrity guests for chaos and controversy here on Libsyn and all podcast platforms, plus thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
Hello Americans, it's Uncle Sam here. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes to the IRS or state, don't worry. I've got important news that may help you negotiate a lower tax bill. In today's economy, the IRS has released a variety of new rules and is offering more flexible terms to help Americans looking to settle their IRS debt. If you apply today, we may be able to lift your wage garnishments and release a freeze on your bank assets or business. Our team of tax professionals can resolve your case and stop collection actions against you. Even if you've been audited or haven't filed a return in years, they can help. Call right now and find out if you qualify to settle your IRS debt for far less than what you owe. Pick up your phone right now and call us for a free $500 IRS tax review. Don't wait. Here's the number.
Call right now. 800-950-2049. 800-950-2049. 800-950-2049. For the last time, that's 800-950-2049.
Do a search on how to get out of credit card debt, and you'll find everything from crazy promises to ways you can try to do it yourself. Many of those ideas just don't work, and they leave you broker than you were. Here's some advice. Call our debt helpline. In a quick and free 5-minute conversation, our experts will listen to you and learn about how much credit card debt you have, what your goals are, and then show you the right solution to help you get out of credit card debt with one new simple, affordable payment. The credit card companies make available special programs to help if you're struggling. All it takes for you to finally get out of credit card debt is one quick, free phone call. So please call right now.
800-948-6817. 800-948-6817. 800-948-6817. That's 800-948-6817. Paid for by the Debt Helpline.
That's ridiculous.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hey everyone, Dave Jackson here, ESPN rules analyst on ESPN Hockey, and you're listening to the Sports Circus.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP Television. This segment brought to you in part by the music of Jason Owens. Check him out at jasonowensmusic.com. Country music star. This kid is good. He is legit. Played Vegas over 150 times. People are just happy when they go to his shows. Check him out at jasonowensmusic.com. Yes! Hey, pretty exciting stuff, folks. All right, a big welcome in to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates, including our friends over in Honolulu on CBS Sports, 1500 KHKA. That's home of the New York Yankees, the San Francisco 49ers, and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Welcome in to everybody else up and down the West Coast, throughout the Heartland, all the way down to Auburn, Alabama, WAUD, home of the Atlanta Braves. Speaking of Atlanta, big welcome to our friends at WDJY 99.1 FM. And, of course, everybody listening in South Florida, where Jose Rijo, our guest, is. That would be World Series champion, MVP, All-Star, Strikeout King, etc. and so forth. He's kind of done it all. And Jose is with us right now. And, Jose, welcome back to the show again.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I love the way you interview me. It's just so excited. You get excited even before I get. We both get excited, and I love talking to you about baseball.
Listen, it takes one to know one, right? I'm a former pitcher. I mean, I wasn't very good, but I wasn't bad. But ultimately, if you understand the game, it makes the conversation a hell of a lot more palatable, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Because that's the best part. Because I know what you're talking about. You're not just reading some of my numbers. You live through it because you know what the heck you're looking for, what to talk about when you're talking about a pitcher, because you've been there before. About a swing, you've been there before, and it makes difference. It makes a lot of sense, bro.
Well, Jose, I got to tell you, man, in the grand scheme of things, when we think about these pitchers that are out there today, we say, there are some real positives out there, but I see a lot of negatives too. And my biggest negative in the pitching world, I'm going to go back to Ohtani as a hitter. A lot of people say that Ohtani has his foot in the bucket. What does that mean to you?
Bro, he can change so much. If you ask most of our old players, they don't even know what they're talking about with all the new rule. They don't even know how to, what does that mean? That's how much they changed. The game has changed. And right now, I'm, so confused with so many stats that got up there that they, I don't even know how to explain it. Even now, the pitcher, he cannot even step off to first base more than twice. Now the guy's automatically going to third.
Right.
Now, it's unbelievable. The bases are bigger. You cannot pick inside to warn a guy, to get him out, with the outside. It's because some of the guy, like Barry Bond, he cannot come inside. I don't care how you throw. Well, you give him a little warning to let him know he can pitch in to get him out away. Well, you can't do that. You can't do that today because, you get in trouble. Or you get thrown out of the game, you get fined, you get a warning.
What kind of nonsense is that? I mean,
Thank you.
You can't take away the inside part of the plate. That is where the pitcher has some kind of reasonable advantage.
But you know how many beautiful plays it was at the home plate when the catcher broke the play and the runner trying to, take him with him. That was a part of the game that was beautiful. Some of the rookies, they get to the major league and they get a little cocky. And they go out there and get excited with hit a home run, flip in the bat. And the old veteran guy tell him, no, don't do that.
Don't flip the bat.
Oh, today they got this is like a main show event.
Now they're throwing the bat 20 feet in the air. And I'll tell you what, back when you were playing.
Not only that, the guy not even having a full year in the major league.
Yeah. What kind of crap is that? I mean, look, those guys would end up getting knocked out because either the next guy right behind him is going to get drilled, or when that guy comes back up, he's going to get drilled as well.
Absolutely. Obviously, some of them younger guys, they don't watch old-time baseball game because you can see those guys get drilled for nothing. Just, a a pitcher guy protecting teammate.
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody drills somebody, somebody else is going to get drilled automatically.
Right. Well, and people complained, the general manager and the ownership didn't like the way that Ozzie Guillen managed the team. But I'll tell you what, man, that guy managed the White Sox like you're supposed to manage a team. If somebody's going to get up in our kitchen, we're getting up in your kitchen too.
Bro, that's the way it should be. That's the way it should be, You got to protect your teammate. You got to. Let me tell you something. I don't care how good or bad of a team you have together. If you got 45 guys, that's a major league roster, put them together, you can win against anybody. So when you play like that, you're protecting your teammate, you do the little thing, anything is possible. So that's the only way to do it. That's the only way I learned how to do pitch, in the game. I played for one team to protect my teammate. That was the only way.
Right, and that's something you learn when you're a kid. Nowadays, you've got a bunch of snowflakes out there saying, okay, Billy, it's okay to come in last place. No, it's not! It's not okay to come in last place. Nobody wants to come in last place. But let's face it, if something happens out there, maybe there's a hard play out there, somebody gets spiked or whatever. Now, they don't even wear spikes for little kids. But the point is...
That don't happen anymore.
I know. You know what? Listen, in my car, I still keep an old pair of baseball spikes. You know why? Just because I'm stupid like that, and I kind of like it.
You just love the game the way it was. You keep your memory intact, That's the way you should be.
Yeah, people ask me, well, hey, can you help coach my kid with this or that? I'm like, no, because your kid's a little snowflake, and I'm not going to hear little Billy cry about this or that. Get your ass out there and play. Hey, you may get hit in the head with the ball, so be it. It's not cool, but it happens. Life happens. Stop being a little punk. Get out there and play with some dignity. Play with some fire in the belly.
Absolutely. And one good thing about that is you play with a lot of different kids, that they all have different attitude. So they all react different to the same thing. So they all think different, so they react different. So your kid will learn how to manage themselves against different people. I mean, the way other people think. That's what you want. You want your kid to grow up to be a stuff that he can be, not to, play like you played today. No way.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want him to be scared of the ball in the first place. And folks, listen, if you've never been hit in the face with a baseball, believe me, it hurts. But at the same time, you'll learn to protect yourself. You'll learn to knock those you'll learn to knock them down. I had a good talk with our baseball guy, Darrell Evans. Darrell's like a big brother to me. And Darrell playing the hot corner over there, whether it's with the Giants or Atlanta or the Detroit Tigers or whatever. Darrell was one of those guys that he was for 20 years never on the disabled list, not one time.
Awesome.
That's hard to do. Nowadays, they say, we have load management.
No, I got a little bit of trouble back in the day. If I remember Tony La Russa, he wanted me to hit George Bell. I said, why you want to hit George Bell? He said, he hit him too well against us. I said, why aren't you supposed to find a way to get him out instead of hit him?
Right.
He said, I want you to hit him today. I said, give me anybody else. Because George Bell, we played together in Dominican. And he gave me, because I was a rookie, I wasn't making any money. I said, he gave me, he take me places over there to, to show me the game and show me the lifestyle.
Right.
I throw too hard. If you had to hit him in the back of the head, he turned around, and I ruined his career. I won't be anymore because I'm not that kind of player.
Right.
Just give me somebody at least that I don't know.
Right.
He sent me down to the minor league.
Yep.
But I stick to my rule in my life. Somebody that treats you good. I don't care, what anybody else wants. You got to do the right thing. It's a business, I know. The business is they pay me to get him out, not to hit him, not to get him out of the game.
Right. It's a kind of a punk way to do it. I mean, if you have a retaliation from something, I kind of get it. But,
No, but it's a different thing. Retaliation is different. Somebody hitting you well. You don't want to hit him. You don't want to hurt him.
Right.
Why that make you people think that you as a person? No way. I do not ever agree to that.
Right.
I will hit somebody that show me up in the mouth or show me on the plane or whatever.
Right.
No problem.
Right.
I said, any of my teammate get hit, I'm not going to get either. I'm going to get a hit. I'm going to get twice. And I'm going to pitch, and I'm going to hit too. Because I was hitting.
That's right.
I wasn't afraid to get hit. It's just the rule. You protect your teammate. You go to war with them, and you're going to be right there for them. And that's the way it should be.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And a lot of people seem to miss that. They're like, well, that guy threw inside, so he should get a warning. Why should he get a warning? That's part of the game. But if you're going to drill somebody, there's got to be a purpose for it. Just like we see in hockey in our last 10 seconds here. Hockey is the same thing. They put the goons out there. You hit their skill guys, the goons are going to come after you.
You see the size of Otani? Otani's 6'5".
I know, he's not small, man.
If you let him stay in the zone and don't get the ball there, he's going to get it 600 feet away. He's pitching inside to get him out. He's going to shut up the swing. If he don't do that, he's never going to get him out. What's going to happen?
I know.
He's going to give it up.
I know. All right, folks, we're going to be back here with Jose Rijo in just a few moments. World Series champion, MVP, All-Star, he did it all. Don't worry, folks. We're going to be back here in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come.
Can your IRA stand up to the next financial crisis that our top economists are saying is at our doorsteps? By allocating a percentage of your IRA into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns by putting your IRA back on the gold standard. Find out how to safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report. Protect your IRA today with one simple phone call and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. Call Genesis Gold Group, empowering faith-driven stewardship. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. That's 800-932-5517.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 800-335-7196. 800-335-7196. That's 800-335-7196.
Do a search on how to get out of credit card debt, and you'll find everything from crazy promises to ways you can try to do it yourself. Many of those ideas just don't work, and they leave you broker than you were. Here's some advice. Call our debt helpline. In a quick and free 5-minute conversation, our experts will listen to you and learn about how much credit card debt you have, what your goals are, and then show you the right solution to help you get out of credit card debt with one new simple, affordable payment. The credit card companies make available special programs to help if you're struggling. All it takes for you to finally get out of credit card debt is one quick, free phone call. So please call right now.
800-948-6817. 800-948-6817. 800-948-6817. That's 800-948-6817. Paid for by the Debt Helpline.
Hey everybody, this is Brian Urlacher. Welcome back to the Sports Circus.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your Ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP television. Folks, make sure you check out thesportscircus.com for our upcoming guest, our prior guest, our recorded shows, which can be found on Apple, Amazon, Audible, Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Deezer, YouTube, you name it, we're there. You can't get away from us. Also, make sure you check out the partners page. Lots of great partners on there. And one of those is Chicago Food Favorites on Facebook. Yes! Check it out, folks. It's a fun group. Post your favorite restaurants, your favorite recipes, favorite steakhouses, favorite pizza, favorite whatever the hell it is. And make sure you tell them Jose Rijo, who is a steak lover, sent you. All right, nice round of applause for Jose Rijo, World Series champion, Cincinnati Reds. Also, MVP, that would be World Series MVP, All-Star, Strikeout King. He's done it all, and he's back here with us. We were just talking about steaks in between segments. And Jose, what's your favorite cut of steak?
I like prime ribs, bro. I'm a prime rib lover.
Oh.
I even like, porterhouse also because we got the two kind of the meat in there. It was, I'm a steak lover, bro. Believe me. I love cowboy too. I love them all.
I don't discriminate. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
The bigger the better.
Hey, one of our listeners is a big fan of steaks, and that would be Jerry Owens. Remember I mentioned... Yeah. I mentioned Jerry. I mentioned his son.
How he's doing? His son, how they doing?
The music guys?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Jerry's his dad, and Jason is a good guy. And you know what? He's just a happy guy. I've been to, 10 of his shows or something like that. Who the hell knows? A lot of them. Anyway. Yeah. But what I noticed is that people are happy when they're listening to his music and watching him perform on stage. Now, that's kind of an interesting thing because when you think about certain genres of music, you're like, some are happier than others. If I'm going to go to Rio de Janeiro and I'm going to see the samba dancers, of course, I'm going to be really happy, if you know what I mean. Right? But what I noticed by going to see Jason Owens is that the whole audience is they're happy. It's not exactly what I expected, but then again, I didn't know what to expect. But I have to tell you.
You know why? He put a lot of love into what he's doing.
Yes.
He's good at what he's doing, and he gives his heart. When he's in front of the audience, he just gives it all he got. He tries his best to make people happy and entertaining. So that's, it's one thing that not too many people have. He don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of him. I do.
Yeah, well, here, nice round of applause for him. And, by the way, it happens that Jason Owens is from the greater Cincinnati area. So, of course, they're big Reds fans down there, as you know. And you always do things for the Reds fans when you go back, don't you?
Absolutely. Bro, one of my best feelings away from playing ball is this is Cincinnati. Because every time I go out there to all this area, any Ohio area, they love me. They Rijo, thank you for the memory. Rijo, you should be president. I mean, Cincinnati fans, they the greatest. They the best. They love their game, bro. They love their player, and they always follow. That's one of the cities. And unfortunately, we haven't put a winner for them more often because they deserve it. They earn it because they really were part of their team, and they should have a winner, a champion very soon again because they desperately needed it. And they love the game. They don't care whether the team winning or not. They always show up to see their player. That's lovely. Look at that. Cincinnati, there wasn't nobody showing up to the game until they got Ellie de la Cruz, an excited player. And now the stadium is packed and full every single day. Or they're looking for a little motivation to go out there because they love the Cincinnati Red.
Ellie is must-see TV.
Mm-hmm.
He's that guy, remember, stealing 3 bases in 3 pitches. And hell, they even put a special baseball card out just for him for doing that. That was nuts.
Bro, I ain't watched baseball today, but I watched Cincinnati because they had a great talent in Ellie de la Cruz. You do not know what you're going to see at any day or any game. But you got to make sure you watch every game or follow him. Make sure because he won't let you down.
Yeah.
That can be even in a regular play to throw 100 miles per hour for shortstop, hitting the ball as far as he can, stealing 3 bases. I mean, he can do it all. He's doing it all, bro. That's a very exciting player. He reminds me a little bit of Deion Sanders with more power.
Yeah, yeah. And, when this guy's at the plate, he's getting better. His eye is getting better. He's learning how to hit those off-speed pitches.
It's only his third year now.
Yeah.
He's not even halfway there yet.
Right.
He's still going to get waved that much better.
Yeah.
Believe it. Now he's the face of Major League Baseball. Why, you think? But let's not waste that talent and make sure we bring some other player, which I'm pretty sure that we are now with Tito Francona now being the manager. He's a very motivated guy.
Yeah.
He know what he's doing. I love Tito.
Well, and he knows what he's got in talent and Ellie to build around as well.
No, exactly. Well, look at Tito wherever he go. He developed the player the way they need to be developed because he's a player manager. And that's the way it should be. I think Cincinnati should be excited this year. And have Tito over there. And Ellie, and the crew, those two out there, they're going to do some funny, some weird thing. They're going to make the city excited. And
Ellie's one of those guys. I mean, he is a bona fide five-tool player. There are some guys they say is this and that. I don't care if they get $1 billion for their talents, but this kid, I think he's going to be the first $1 billion player.
I'm pretty sure that he will be the first one. If anybody get to that point, he'd be the first one. Believe it.
Yeah, there's just so much that he brings to the table. And you look about what the team does with or without him on the roster for that particular day. If he's going to be starting that day. He doesn't really sit out any games, but the excitement factor and the unknown factor is gone when that guy's not in the lineup.
I mean, talking in the same way talking about Ellie, I think Ohtani, with that money that he got, he pays everybody payday even way higher than it's supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
They pay Ohtani for pitching and hitting. I mean, if you divide it half and half, he only worth $350 for hitting and $350 for pitching. Now they pay all that money because everybody, or all the agents, want to compare Ohtani page check with the player ability. And now this salary go way up, which I'm happy. I'm happy for all my players to get the money. But they just now we got another player that don't deserve that much or don't have the number. I still get paid that much money.
Oh, yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Without naming people, I know somebody that just signed a jumbo, crazy, stupid contract, and they're a liability out in the field, and they have no arm.
Bro, not only arm. They got nothing else.
Their glove is terrible.
And hitting, and the pitching getting better every year.
Yeah.
Pitching get better because they all with that swing, they got an uppercut. It make the pitching better.
Yes.
You make three or four mistakes in a game, that's fine. You might end up paying for one or two, hitting a home run. But the success the pitcher have, pitching a little bit higher in with the uppercut swing, is unbelievable. Look at the in-run average in the pitching today. It's way lower. Why? Because they're looking for a home run.
Right.
Look at the Yankees. The Yankees, I was surprised. I got to give Boone ready for taking that team to that far to the World Series because they don't have, or I don't feel they had that good of a team to get to the World Series because they don't have the guy the defense they need, the guy that move the guy over, the guy that hit the double when they need to. They're all going for the home run.
Yeah, they play station to station ball.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they played a team that actually takes the extra base. And that's what baseball's missing here in our last minute of the show. You know what, Jose? Baseball is missing stretching a double into a triple, taking the extra base, sacrificing, and doing all the little things.
No, that hit and run. They don't play the ball. They don't bond the guy over now. They got all the weird player today because they getting ready for the home run. And that's it. The 1-0, 2-1 game, they don't exist anymore. They're done.
No. Kind of blows because, look, I like the low-scoring games, and I like the fact when the pitcher was hitting because they took away a lot of strategy by saying, you know what, we're not going to have a pitcher hit anymore. We're going to have a designated hitter. And I don't like that because Now you're really losing the double switches and this and that. There's all kinds of stuff that's missing in baseball because there's a DH in the National League now.
I'm pretty sure I don't see the contract for today pitcher, but I guarantee you, none of them have any bonus by pitching a complete game like they used to have before.
Yeah.
They have bonus, to have so many complete games, so many this and that. They don't have it anymore because they don't exist anymore. You go out there, thinking that you're going to go 3 good innings and that's it. After that, they got 8 pitchers in the bullpen. Each of them can pitch 1 inning and be good at it and win the ball game, which I'm not against it, but I'm against that starting pitcher not pitch at least 6 or 7 innings.
Yeah. Well, what's worse, in my opinion, here is if you have 7 pitchers in a game, now you got 7 different ways to lose the game.
Exactly.
Not everybody's going to be on.
But not only that, before it used to be so special, the game.
Yeah.
Because you got 1 pitcher in the bullpen just to face 1 left-handed hitter in some situation. Now, if you get into the game, you got to pitch at least an inning. You got to face at least 3 hitters. That is take away the strategy and the beauty of the game that they grew up with it. I mean, you cannot compare one player, any player that played 20, 30, 40 years from now with anybody that play today, because the other number of the play are different.
Yeah, if I'm building, Jose, if I'm building a team here in our last 30 seconds, I want 9-inning guys. I'm not getting a team that is a bunch of guys that'll throw 6 innings as a starting pitcher. I want guys that can throw 4 pitches. I want you to be able to go front to back, and if you can't, that's okay.
Let me give you a perfect example, and I don't think it's fair to compare Barry Bonds with Hank Aaron. Hank Aaron hit the 700-some home run in the Rijo Stadium. Barry Bonds hit him more, but he hit him in the Little League stadium that they're playing today.
And with a juiced baseball.
Thank you.
And a juiced human.
And a tighter bat, bro. But he faced the pitcher of pitching 7 or 8, 10 innings. And this guy, it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
I know. Well, you know what? Listen, don't go anywhere. Everybody else, listen, we're going to have to shut this thing down. We can do this one for at least another hour or 2 with Jose, but we're out of time here on the Sports Circus. A big thanks for Jose. Thanks for joining us today on the Sports Circus.
God bless America, and thank you for giving me the chance to keep me updated with his fans. People, their religion, God bless you guys, and God bless America.
Always a pleasure, folks. We're going to see you in about 23 hours right here on your favorite station. Until then, so long, everyone. I'm your Ringmaster Sal of the Sports Circus, a primetime, nationally syndicated television, radio, sports, and entertainment show. The Sports Circus covers topics others are too scared to talk about. There's no other primetime show like it out here that'll punch you in the face and you'll beg for more. Join me, Hall of Famers, world champions, and all-star celebrity guests for chaos and controversy here on Libsyn and all podcast platforms, plus thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.
Can your IRA stand up to the next financial crisis that our top economists are saying is at our doorsteps? By allocating a percentage of your IRA into physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover, you can diversify and safeguard your holdings from turbulent markets and economic downturns by putting your IRA back on the gold standard. Find out how to safeguard your assets with a tax-free rollover with a Genesis Gold IRA, the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report. Protect your IRA today with one simple phone call and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. Call Genesis Gold Group, empowering faith-driven stewardship. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. That's 800-932-5517.
I'm your Ringmaster Sal of the Sports Circus. Join me and Hall of Fame world champion and all-star celebrity guest for chaos and controversy here on Libsyn and all podcast platforms. Also, thesportscircus.com. Remember, folks, it's a circus and we prove it every day.